Spirit helps. When undergoing spiritual warfare, this is very necessary because if you're going through something that you do not understand, being at war with demons, it's going to be difficult, frustrating, and unbelievable. Like, or like with any other situation, having experience helps. Having experience helps. It helps, helps you understand, helps you go through a phase. But like in this case, in this matter where there's spiritual warfare, where you're fighting demons, at the end of the day, I've learned that, you know, when when fighting demons is that they're harmless. Like demons won't do nothing to you. They'll agitate you. They'll try their best to agitate you and try their best to provoke you, you know. But you know, and in some cases it gets very, how would you say it, gets very physical, you know. But at the end of the day, they're demons, They can't kill you. They could test you. They could put you through a trial. They could, how would you say it, even do something to you that they're not supposed to. But it's all within a limit. It's all within politics, you know. And so when talking to somebody that's condemned, when having to, how would you say it, surpass a certain phase, you have to take it into consideration that these demons, that they're not out and about, doing whatever that they want, that they're not, how would you say it, harassing you without any superior of them watching them, what they do, how they do it, you know, because you're to think that these demons are like, how would you say it? I don't know, like hundreds or possibly thousands of years old, and they're out and about doing whatever they want. No, they're not out and about doing whatever they want. They're condemned souls with pitches, with set scenarios. That's all politically, you know what? Restraint. Like they have a limit. There's a God. There's a God that says, you know what, you can't do that. There's a limit, you know. God, you know, God puts them a limit. And so everything that they do with, how would you say it? Everything's been thought over and they have limits to things. So that's where you get your comfort from looking at that, from observing it, from not getting emotionally attached, from observing and learning from what is it that they're doing, you know and this experience helps. This experience helps, you know what I'm saying. It helps you undergo, the intensive situation. And well, that's what I wanted to say, that when undergoing a situation that you do not know, that you have not been through, when passing through something that is, how would you say it, frustrating, that you do not understand, step away from the situation. Step away from the situation and observe it from afar. Gain experience, you know? And like I said, as far as I know, these demons, you know, they might hit you for no reason whatsoever, but there's a limit to it. You know what I'm saying? There's a limit to it. They can't be hitting you constantly, or, you know what I'm saying? There's a limit to everything that they do, And so their insults, there's a limit to that too. If you're to say, you know what, I'm being harassed, and take percentage of it. If you're being harassed, if you're undergoing an intensive situation, how intensive is it? Is it getting intenser, or is it diminishing? Take note, take statistics, analyze what's happening. Take interest upon what's happening. That way you could gain the experience. Because once you have that experience, it's that experience that's your way out. That's your way out, getting a hold of the experience. And that's my advice.